We are in the brand new Nissan Pathfinder Hybrid.
Correct, the 2014 model.
And, you've had the Pathfinder out now for a year, so this is the year that you're bringing the Hybrid, right?
Correct.
So tell me the most important question. What's the fuel economy?
It's 28 on the highway for the two-wheel drive, 27 for the four-wheel drive. So we already have best-in-class fuel economy with the V6, and with the hybrid system, we're just adding to it.
And what's under the hood?
We've got a 2.5 liter four-cylinder supercharged, and then a 15 kilowatt battery. So we've got a hybrid system that's a 2-clutch, 1-motor system. So it's very similar to what launched in what was the M Hybrid at the time.
Okay.
Different engine, of course, and battery, but similar architecture. So we've got very similar dynamic performance with this, but improved fuel economy.
Now, what's the total horsepower of the two powertrains combined?
Sure. So the gas engine is 230 horsepower.
That's a lot.
And then you've got an additional 20 horsepower from the 15 kilowatt battery. Torque is 253 foot-pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Which
so
is
basically
just
250, basically.
Yeah, it's very similar to the V6. The V6 is 260, 240. This is 250, 243.
Okay, and why did you guys go with a supercharged engine? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of unique given the size of this vehicle. We wanted kind of low, quick torque off the line. So instead of turbocharging where you kind of need to spool up a little bit, we've got the immediate off the line torque for the heavier vehicle.
Yeah, that's an interesting because usually superchargers are thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
So it would seem like that would be something that you wouldn't want to put in a car whose goal in life is to be fuel efficient.
Right. I think the engineering team that's worked on this vehicle has done a great job with the CVT and the battery to achieve some pretty strong results.
I'm looking around the vehicle, and it's got the same kind of mode selector here for your off-wheel drive, for your all-wheel drive modes, also your two-wheel drive.
Right.
Is there anything different besides the fact that it gets better fuel economy?
So interior passenger volume
Yes.
in cargo is actually the same. So the only thing that's changed is the underfloor storage behind the third row is slightly smaller.
Is that where the battery lives?
Yeah, the battery's actually behind or underneath the third row. So we really work to make sure the packaging is the same. The second row functionality with the Easy Flex seating system, the latch and glide on the 40 seat is still there. It's all there. So really, this is a powertrain choice. The things that the customer would notice. There are a couple of HEV specific displays. So you've got the power transfer display within the meter. There's a
Here, I'll do this.
Sure.
You can do it this way. Sure. Okay, go for it. Zoom through it.
So let's go to the start. So you've got this is kind of power flow, so it'll show when the batteries gain charge, when the regen brake is happening.
Yep.
So kind of a useful screen. This is just to kind of help train the driver to drive more fuel efficiently. So kind of gauges your accelerator, the amount that you press down the accelerator, and then we've got a power gauge down here. So
the blue one.
You
down
actually
here, yeah.
right. You've got a temp,
underneath the tachometer.
Right,
Yeah.
and so you've got a temp gauge now within the meter as well.
So basically, the stuff that most people are getting used to in hybrids now, that kind of helps them become more fuel efficient and drive in a more, well, let's just say non-jackrabbit start manner.
Right.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I think once a customer gets in the vehicle, they're really not going to notice too many differences other than they're putting less fuel in the tank.
Now, is there a premium to pay for the hybrid?
It is, but we really focused on affordability. So this is $3,000 above the V6.
Okay.
Which, given some of the main competitor is a Highlander HEV.
Sure.
Those price premiums are double that or more. So we wanted to focus on making it affordable so that the payback, depending on the cost of fuel and the mileage driven per year, is reasonable.
Now, 3,000 over, what's the starting price? So kind of give me a sense of where it starts and where it goes.
Sure. So the base HEV starts at $35,110 for a two-wheel drive. So that's an SV two-wheel drive, and then it will go up to $44,350 for a Platinum four-wheel drive, and then you can get an optional premium package on that for an additional $2,300. So you're in the mid-40s for top end, mid-30s for low end.
And you said your main competitor is the Highlander hybrid.
Highlander HEV. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if does Honda make a hybrid?
No,
in
no.
Some cases, the Pilot isn't the hybrid.
They don't, and the Highlander HEV, with Highlander being all new this upcoming year, we'll likely see a new HEV from them as well.
Yeah. Actually, we just shot one. We thought it was a hybrid altitude testing in Colorado.
Okay.
So I assume it might be a 2015, but we're just guessing at that.
Okay.
So you kind of have the market to yourself right now.
Yeah, and given its price point, I think it makes a lot of sense for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So this is an all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive model. You don't lose any of that functionality. We don't discourage folks from doing light off-roading. You've got a 3,500 pound tow rating as well, so it's a little bit less than the V6, but still enough to tow a small trailer.
And is it like the regular Pathfinder where you're in two-wheel drive, and then if you hit this little selector button, you can get yourself into all-wheel drive?
Right, you can lock it in two-wheel drive, auto, which senses slip, and then will send power to the rear wheels, or you can lock it 50-50 and 4.
And the battery, what kind of battery is it?
It's a 15 kilowatt lithium-ion.
Lithium-ion.
Yes,
okay.
It is a lithium-ion. But it's an external supplier. It's not
your own, not made here like the Leaf battery.
Right, it's not associated with the Leaf battery, so we get a lot of questions about that.
And this might sound strange, but people do care. Where is this built?
It's built right here. In Smyrna.
In Smyrna.
Yep.
Okay. This is the question I always like to ask, and it's a softball question, but what's your favorite part of the new hybrid?
Well, I think for me, it's no degradation in performance. So really, it's just an upside for I think most customers. You've got around town driving dynamics are the same, but you've got incredible fuel economy from a 4,500 pound vehicle. So,
well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yep.